On this episode of the Nationwide Real Estate Mastery Podcast, we sat down with Megan Galane to uncover how systems can help you build your real estate business. Welcome to the Nationwide Real Estate Mastery Podcast, where we provide actionable steps to help you get your first or next real estate deal. Now, during this episode, you're going to discover exactly how systems can help you build your business. Now, for those of you who are new to the show, my name is Shaun Young, today's host, and I love all things real estate. Now, before I introduce you to our incredible guest speaker today, I want to make a request that if at any point during the show you like what you're hearing, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe to the show so that you never miss an episode. And make sure to take a look in the description of this episode, as we've packed it with thousands of dollars in free resources. Now, today, we have the privilege to learn from a woman who has built over 100 operational systems inside of coaching, consulting agencies, and real estate businesses. Now, prior to her career in operational systems, she used to run self-directed IRAs. But all that changed when she learned how important it was to have operations to run your business while you're not working. I will describe our guest as someone who is obsessed with working less. I'd like to introduce you all to the one, the only, Megan Galane. Megan, thanks for being a guest on today's show.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. Systems are what it's all about, if you guys don't know, so you're in for a treat today.
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with systems. If you are struggling right now and you're like, this cannot be it, I'm working way too hard, that's because your systems are not there.
Indeed. So before we dive into how systems can help you build your business, Megan, can you give us a little background about yourself?
Yeah, so I started in self-directed IRAs right outside of college. So I'm very familiar with alternative investing, all fun things, creative finance inside of retirement accounts. That's what I did for about 7 years. And so I do have a special spot in my heart for real estate as well, like you said in your intro. But then I learned, so I actually was on the backside of the self-directed IRA company's complete workflow rebuild during COVID. While it was a bit slower, people weren't out and about. I was the manager, the business development director. So while we weren't out, I got into this project of rebuilding the entire back end of this business. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. I love this, because we can go from doing all this work, spending, say, 5 hours a day, each person, on tasks that can all be automated. So now we're increasing our ROI of output from humans, and we're decreasing turnover, we're decreasing errors, we're creating a better client experience. Like I went geek mode on all the things that I learned in operations and working when building this. And soon after that build, I went off and started doing my own operational systems for agencies, coaching businesses, and real estate businesses.
Nice. I love it. Megan, you contribute a lot of your success to your ability to stay consistent and always be a student. Why do you think this has played such a huge role in your current success?
You have to keep learning always with systems. Softwares change, the workflow changes. Every CEO is a little bit different. I do not believe in a cookie cutter approach of systems. So your system, Shaun, may work great for you and your team inside of real estate, but I've been inside of real estate businesses who maybe the CEO wants absolutely nothing to do with the real estate business. So we hire a complete team and make sure everything's delegated, and she just gets her CEO reports. Then there's people who I've worked with who love the sales process, so we factor them in the sales process. So it's just all different with systems, but because we stay a student and continue listening to the CEOs and what they want, the life that they want to live, then they have the ability to build the business around them.
Nice. Systems are huge. They're definitely important. And like you say, different companies out there are going to operate differently. They're going to have different needs. So I love the fact that you say that you guys don't take a cookie cutter approach. You actually do what makes sense for that client.
Oh yeah, it's a big deal. I follow this method that we created a while ago on we build a life. So the CEO has to build their dream life, and then we build the system around that.
Mhm.
And it's been so interesting to see. And not one system has been the same since we changed that.
Okay. Well, Megan, we've got a lot of investors that are listening out here in our audience. Some are doing wholesaling, some are fix and flippers, some are, creative guys and gals. We've got a number of people who are inside of the real estate space. Now, I know for sure that a lot of these folks are some of them are full-time and some are part-time, but they don't all have systems. If someone was entering into real estate, can you help our audience understand the type of systems that they would need to be successful?
Oh, of course. So entering real estate, brand new to the game, you're always going to want some sort of CRM, customer relationship manager. That CRM is going to track a perfect CRM is going to track all text message communication, all phone calls, maybe even record the calls so you can go back. You guys are out and about a lot, so we want to make sure we can record it. And then send notes and hold documents. That's going to be a big one. Some CRMs or some e-sign softwares will say that they're a CRM, but they really are just like the sending the contract process. That is just sending the contract process. I'm talking about like, let's track all the data that it takes for you to get this deal under contract when I say CRM. And, if you can find a really good CRM, you can have everything included. I will share with Shaun a link to one that I have found has a lot of goodies, but I don't want to, I don't know if he's promoting one. So I just want to
No,
send
no,
send
absolutely.
that.
Definitely
Okay.
share it. Share with our audience.
Yeah. So I'll send you a link for that, Shaun, but REI Cash, it's actually one that my team built. And we had the ability to add RVMs, text messages, phone calls, multi-line dialer, single line dialer, so that you could just click and call, and mailers, notes. The whole pipeline process is in there. So to me, that's going to be your non-negotiable for getting started in real estate, especially if you're part-time. My full-time people, you guys are looking at the same piece of paper every single time or every single day. So you're making sure things are moving. But my part-time people, you have things going on inside in your life. You have other work, maybe you're 9 to 5, whatever you have going on.
Mhm.
And you want to make sure that nothing gets missed, because that deal could mean, getting out of that 9 to 5. It can mean paying off the debt. It's a big deal. Not saying it's not for my full-time people, it is, but especially
Mhm.
for these part-times, we want to make sure like you're reaching your goals when it comes to the real estate market. So I think one good CRM system is going to help you make sure that you capitalize every opportunity possible when it comes to potential leads and closing.
Facts, facts. Guys, on this show, you you hear quite often that the money is in the database.
Yes.
That's it, guys. The money is in the follow-up and in the database. And if you don't have systems and tools that are going to help you, and not just help you, that are going to ensure that these things are getting done for you in spite of you, then you're going to have a hard struggle in any business endeavor.
And the follow-up process, like a good CRM will also have that follow-up process in there, because it's all going to document. And then you can track how long it takes you to get a deal, what the cost of that deal was, the average cost. You can start tracking a lot of this data, because you'll hear from a lot of people like, get started in real estate for free. Well, you still have to buy the skip trace list. You still have
Mhm.
to upload it to the software. You still have to pay for text messages. If you do that, you can call on your phone one by one. It's just going to take a long time, but
Indeed.
it still takes some money to make money in real estate to some extent. And so you want to make sure you're milking every one of those leads possible, because your money and time is super valuable.
Indeed, indeed. You'll hear that a lot out here. You guys can get into the business with no money or credit.
Always.
Guys, of course, what you can buy properties with no money or credit of your own, but actually running a business, it takes an investment. It's going to take an investment on your part. So that's for sure. You're going to pay one way or the other.
Mhm.
You either pay the stupid tax or you just invest in yourself.
Stupid tax, that one.
That one, right? That one. Man, I love it. REI Cash. So you have your own CRM software system that does a lot of awesome things. Like you said, it has
Yeah.
RVM, text blasting, multi-line dollar, single line dollar, and it handles mailing. Guys,
Yeah.
I want to let you know how important that is to actually have that all contained in one location. It's
And it's
huge.
REI Cash with a K, so KASH. And it's in Shaun's links. Make sure to use his link
Mhm.
when you guys sign up or have questions. We have free calls all the time going over stuff. But I literally built it as somebody who builds systems. And I saw when I was building wholesaling systems specifically, I just saw this massive gap. Like Podio was not it for me. It didn't do what I wanted it to do the right way, without massive developers. And instead of having you guess, like, we'll just build it for you. So when you sign up, we build it for free for you.
Indeed, indeed. You are 100% right about that. I use Podio currently for my own self, and I had a system built for me, and it cost quite a pretty penny. So you are 100% right about that. So this is a huge advantage to have something that's specified for, the real estate industry. So this is great. This is great stuff. I'm going to definitely be promoting your stuff.
I know we didn't plan on even talking about that.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's helpful because when it comes down to the cost of business in any business that you're in, how much does it cost you to get a lead? How much does it cost for you to convert that lead to a contract? And then how much does it cost for you to actually close that lead? In any line of business is going to be important, but especially real estate, because that's where a big bulk, at least for wholesaling money, is made. But also when you're talking about creative financing, you're talking about rehabs, rentals, all these things. If you were to put and have the right foundation in just that section of your business, it takes the wholesaling, the rehab, the rental process, where now it's a checklist. Because I got my numbers right, I'm almost guaranteed a good result.
Perfect. I love it. So is this tiered out? Or, I mean, when I say tiered, is it when you get REI cash, is it all encompassing? Do you get all of access to all of these tools, or can you kind of use what you need, or how does it work?
You get access to everything. You can use what you need, but we do build. We have a basic build, and we have calls once a week where we'll teach you how to use it. You can ask questions, and then we have support where you can write us within and we answer within 24 hours. But for the, everything's included.
Okay, perfect. So right now, how's your team looking right now, Megan? Is it you guys have a large company? Is it like a boutique style organization? How are you guys running things right now?
So it's very interesting. So because I build operational systems, I have my own agency where I used to go into businesses and do this inside of businesses for the last few years. And I'm actually stepping back from that right now and just moving to the ownership side. So I'll build the operations if an owner has a great vision, and they could sell me on it basically. And so because I'm moving into that model, basically my company encompasses the companies that we manage. So we have a big team. It's not that big. We have 6 people. So actually 7, sorry. We just hired somebody recently. 7 people. So like I was saying, my company is structured as an agency. So I actually own the SOS Advantage. And what we do is we bring in companies as portfolio companies. I used to go in and get paid to build operational systems. And I was like, you know what? I'm sometimes a little deeper in this than the CEOs, like my heart. So I want to be more involved. So in order to be more involved, we're going to bring them on as portfolio companies of startup range. Basically, most of our companies start with money coming in, and then we'll take a percentage or ownership. Every deal is a little bit different. So my team for each company is a little bit different, but my team across the board is about 10 employees at this time.
Okay. And guys, also one thing that I didn't speak on in depth was out of the 100 operational systems, out of the 100 companies that she's helped, coaching companies and real estate businesses, she's helped create 6 to 7 figure businesses. These aren't just like, let's try it out and let's see if it works. No, these are businesses that are having success. So she's creating a large large portion of success out here with her business.
That, and a lot of times the people who hire me, they may have had a great idea, a great run, and they're like, yes, I'm doing this. I just got started, and say they make 6 figures because they really, did it well. Like I had somebody who did amazing on TikTok, went viral a few times. And she's like, okay, I think this is a business. I validated it. So let's get started, and grew her company really quickly. So yeah, I don't do a lot of like lead gen or ads. I'm looking at people who have the marketing structure or the marketing power to be active on those areas. But yeah, so we build operationals there.
Okay. So basically, you would have to be a little more advanced. Is that what I'm hearing? Like if someone were to come to you, they'd kind of have to have their own audience and things or YouTube following or
For
TikTok
the
following.
for the coaching side, but for
Okay,
like real estate and stuff, no, no,
got
no.
it, got it. Okay,
Mhm.
understood. Well, Megan, let me ask you, what do you think your life would be like if you were still, helping folks with IRAs right now?
So the difference would be, I'm gonna play this on devil's advocate side, right? As the
Mhm,
CEO side, like let's say sometimes being a 9 to 5 employee is a lot easier. CEO.
mhm.
It's funny when we're having this interview right now, I'm like, do I love what I do? I don't know. Just having that thought moment, like
Couldn't
this,
imagine doing anything else, huh?
I don't know, like we're having a struggle week right now, but I enjoy it. Like I get to come out with you in the middle of the day, things like that. So I do enjoy what I do, but it's definitely like devil's advocate side. Like some days I love it, some days I hate it. But what would my life be like? It would not be as fun for sure.
Understood. Well, Megan, we've reached a part of the show that I like to call the rapid fire session. And this is where I ask you a question and you just let me know the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay, ready.
Let's go. On a scale of 1 to 10, how strict were your parents?
Ooh, I would say so. My parents were divorced, but they were both not really strict. So I'll say a 5.
5. How many hours of sleep do you get each night?
Oh, I am a sleep Nazi. I get about 8 to 10 hours.
Get up early or stay up late?
Get up early. Get up
Favorite,
early.
okay. Favorite or last book read?
Ooh, breathe. I don't know who the author is, but it teaches you how to breathe correctly through your nose. Sounds crazy, but it's a big deal in the American society.
Nice. I have to look into that. If
It
you could
sounds so funny saying it out loud.
breathe, breathe in through your
Yeah,
nose.
it's
Yep.
really the importance of breathing through your nose and how it's a major body function and helps with your cortisol levels and a whole bunch of other hormones. I love the body.
Yeah, I hear like it can like have to do with your facial structure and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
all of that. Yep.
Of course, I started that book and my next stop was the dentist. Tell me what my palate's looking like.
Got it. So you're an action taker. Love it.
Oh
So
yeah.
so if you could be any superhero, who would it be?
Ooh, any superhero. I'd say Spider-Man.
Okay. Something everyone should do less of.
Should do less of um talking versus doing.
Okay. Something that everyone should do more of.
Listen,
Bitcoin, bang or bust.
bust.
AI technology, scary or the way of the future.
Way of the future.
Nice. Will people live on Mars in your lifetime, Megan?
Ooh, I think that's a stretch.
Okay. Well, we made it. Definitely want to thank you. Definitely want
Of
to thank you
course.
for bringing the heat today. You've definitely brought a lot of great value. Guys, REI Cash with a K. Make sure you guys look down in the description to check that out. Megan, what final thoughts do you want to leave with our audience before we get out of here?
I hope that you guys have the ability to think about what you have going on in your business. And if you're using a pen and paper, that's the reason why you're stressed out and exhausted. It's time to take it more serious and make your life easier. Like Shaun said at the beginning, like I believe in working smarter, not harder. Don't love to work, and I'm very open about that. And that's where systems come in.
Love it. How can our audience reach you and get more information on what you do?
On every social media platform, it's at Megan Galane, Galane.
Awesome. Well, I'll make sure, like I said, to leave a link in the description. But guys, you guys have had an awesome show today. Megan, I want to thank you for coming on, sharing so much valuable information with our audience. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
100%. We'll have to have you again in the future. And to our
Mhm.
listeners, you guys have made it to the end of the show. Give yourselves a pat on the back because most people never finish what they start, and you just did. Now, if you guys got any value out of today's show, please share this with a friend or on your Facebook page. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and send us topics that you want to learn more about. So until the next episode, you guys can all catch me on any one of my social media platforms. I'll see you guys on the other side. Megan, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
With this crown on my head, I'm seated on the throne. The top is so alone. Only thing that keeps me going is I know my city love me. I know my city love me. I know know my city love me. I know my city love me.